Hi everybody, it's Christina and thank you for joining me. So today I'm here with the Plaited with Love collection, and in this collection we have 2 stamp sets, 2 stencils and 4 really pretty die sets. Now for today's card I'm going to be mixing and matching, so I'm going to use the 5x7 and the circle as well as the large stencil. So for today's colour scheme I'm going to use lilac and white, and these are the inks that I'm going to use with my stencil, and I'm going to make 2 cards in this video. So to start with the base cards, I've taken an A4 piece of card and folded it in half. I've taken the largest of the circle dies and placed it so that the cutting edge is just off the top, and I've run that through the machine, and that gives me a piece that is folded like this. So that's one base card. So for my other card I've taken the largest die from the 5x7s and I've cut 2 panels, and I've folded one of them back by about 1/2 inch. So to create some layers I've taken the largest die again and I've cut my next layer in lilac. And for this one I've cut another layer with the same die in lilac. Then for the circular die with the 2 largest layers I've cut a layer that will sit on the front of my card, and with this one I've done the same. I've cut another layer that will sit on the front of my card. Now to make sure that a circular card will stand, I need to make sure it's level, open it out, and then across this bottom piece I'm just going to level that off. So we'll just make some little marks across there and we'll just level that off, and that then will give it a flat base to stand on once it's all decorated. So now we're going to work on this piece and we're going to put some stenciling on it. So we'll move those out of the way. We'll take the card, we'll tape it down. So I'm just going to curl some of this round, and then we'll stick this to the back of this. It's only a low tack tape and that will keep that in place. And then we'll add this to the top of the card and we'll equal it out, position it nice and level, and then we'll tape that down. So we'll just tape it down on the corners. And then take your chosen colours and some blending brushes, and we're going to add these colours in to our panel. So we've got Blueprint Sketch, Wilted Violet, and let me just get the brush, and Kitsch Flamingo. So let's just randomly add those to our card. Blended those all in together, remove your stencil, make sure you clean it before you pop it away, and you can take all the tapes off now, and that's your pattern ready to add to your card. So once I've done this, I think it looks better on a white panel, so I've changed my mind. I'm taking that one out and I'm popping that one in. So I'm going to glue these 2 panels together, and I'm also going to glue the lilac one on top of the circular card. So we've already used these 2 dies to create this layer. Now we're going to use the scalloped layer to produce the lilac layer there. we've used these two dies together and we've cut 2 panels just in plain white from this, and then into one of them we've placed the detail die, and that will give us that layer, and we've done that for both cards. So we're going to glue these two together now, and these two, and then we've got 2 separate panels for each card. So we'll add one of these to the front of the round card, and for this one we need to make some difference in this base piece. So now with our stencil panel we need to section it off. So we've cut the top portion off, and that's going to glue along there. Make sure it's married up nice and neatly, and we'll glue that in place. Now this is going to fasten there, so we don't want this too short. So if we put that in there, we can trim this off to about here. So I'll do that now. So once we've done that, we can place that back on the card. You're not gluing it, you're just placing it in position. And then you're going to add glue to the top and the bottom and glue that panel in place. So you know it's right in the middle now. And now when you open your card, it will stand like that. And we'll glue this in place. We'll glue that in place there. We'll add this to the top of the circular card, and I think we'll add that in with some foam. And then we can also add this in with some foam. Get off. So I've added this to the top of my card, but before I add it to my base, I'm just going to glue in some ribbon. So I'll make sure that that's straight. And that now can be added to the top of our card. So again, make sure that you've got the bottom straight. Make sure that the ribbon is straight. I'll add that along there. Now the bits that you cut off this, don't throw away. You can always use them on another card. So this is another card base that we've got, and we're going to add this in along there. But I think we'll put a panel behind that first of all, and we'll emboss it so that we have a nice design there, just to enhance the card more. So I always find that I have bits and pieces left over, and this is from a previous card, but I don't want to waste this. So I'm going to add this to this, but before I do, I'm going to make this look a little bit different. So I need some double-sided adhesive sheets. So you're going to add your double-sided sticky sheet to the front of this card. And then once you've done that, you can take your backing paper off the other side, and all you're going to do is just sprinkle this with some glitter. And you're going to make sure it's all pressed down well. Then with some foam tape to the back, I've added some ribbon to the front. I'm going to press that into the foam squares, and I'm going to add that to the front of my card. So with my 4 card bases now ready to decorate, I have a mixture of handmade and shop bought flowers, and from white and silver card and the large leaf from the rose flourish and the sprigs, I've cut my leaves out of white and silver. So I'm going to add these now to my card, and have a dry run first, just to make sure that I like where they go. Two cards to 4 cards in this video, and the last thing I need to do is just glitter up these flowers. So I'm just going to take my glue and dot it onto the petals, and then we'll sprinkle those with some glitter and we'll just leave it to dry. Now once it's dry, you can take a soft brush and just brush off the excess, and if you've got any glue strings on there, just go over it with your hot heat gun and that will melt all the glue strings back down. So there, we've now got 4 beautiful cards ready to send. Now for the 3 rectangular cards, I've added happy birthday in various colours to match the card. Each one has a sentiment on the inside of it. And this one I've left the sentiment off because there's not a lot of space on the front there, but I have added the sentiment to the inside. So the items that I've used have been from the Plaited with Love collection, and for these cards I've used the circular and the 5x7. You will find videos on my playlist with the other sets of dies. I've also used the stencil and the stamps. Now the happy birthday sentiments have come from the Special Words, and I've used the leaves and the sprigs from the Rose Flourishes. So those cards now are all finished and all ready to send, and I need to make boxes for those to go in. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one, and why not subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, then you'll always be aware when I add a new video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.